All right, Bob, so I flew all the way out to Cody, Wyoming because you said you had a truck. And what really happened was his mom was looking for a truck. I saw the post, and when she said she didn't want it, I raised my hand and said, I might want that. And I'll flash to the post here. What happened?
Okay, so I'm looking for a truck for my mom who just moved to Cody from the East Coast, something that she can go and explore in. And I had a buddy that had this truck for sale. I thought it would be perfect for mom. Took her down there. We went for a little drive, and she's the only person that I've ever known to say, this Toyota's too big for me. So needless to say, I passed on the truck because I have other things going on.
Right.
So Ryan hit me up, and yeah, I got in touch with the guy that was selling it. He still had it for sale, and we worked a deal, and
Hey, nice.
and you're here now.
So let's go look at this truck, man.
Let's go take a look.
Wow, this thing's awesome, man.
Welcome to the dark side.
That is awesome. Where do you get these rust-free trucks like this?
I can't divulge all my secrets.
I mean, it's perfectly straight. It doesn't have like hail damage or nothing.
Nope.
What year is this?
This is a 1980.
It's an 80, so it was made in 79, sold in 80, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Sold locally in town here in Cody, Wyoming. Spent its whole life in the Bighorn Basin here.
So this is a local truck. And what was the name of the dealer?
Yellowstone Motors.
Nice.
Right here in Cody, Wyoming.
Nice. And there's a little tag on the back, right?
There is, yes. Yep.
So this is a local right here.
It is a local.
Awesome. You feel bad about letting it go?
A little bit, but to you, I'll make an exception because I know you're going to work magic.
Man,
with
and then
this.
you'll see it again for Relic Run next year.
I hope so.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so Bob, immediately, as soon as you told me about the truck, I thought we got to make a couple of changes, a couple of modifications so we can run the trail run, and then I'm going to drive it home. So I'm going to live in it for roughly 10 days.
Yes.
So what do we got on the works here? What do you
Well, we're going to, first thing we're going to do is upgrade the tires and wheels.
Nice.
That'll make a big difference for you. And then we're going to put a soft topper on the back, so you'll have a place to keep your gear secure as well as yourself secure.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know what a soft topper is, watch close because this is really cool. It's going to fold up. It's about 45 pounds. It's basically a tent that'll go 100 on the freeway.
Yep. It's going to be a welcome addition to this little truck. We're also going to upgrade the headlights because we live in deer, elk, moose, bear country up here. And if you're zipping along, the last thing you want is poor vision at night.
That's right. That's right. And keep following along on this video series because we'll do a full tutorial on how we're doing the headlights and how we're doing the relays. So it's really, really simple. It's all kind of plug and play stuff. So it's gonna be super fun.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
Follow along.
Nice. All right. So Bob's really my Toyota expert. I don't know a lot about Toyotas, but tell me a little bit. This is a 20R, right?
This is a 20R engine. Was one of the early truck engines, Celica engine. Very popular engine with Toyota. Great engine, pretty much bulletproof.
These turned into 22Rs, right? So
yes.
basically the same thing?
Yes.
And what do you think this makes for horsepower to the rear tires?
This made somewhere around 90 horsepower at the crank, and then by the time it went through all of the transmission transfer case, you had about 60 horsepower to rear wheel.
All right, Bob, so this is a 4-speed, right?
This is a 4-speed transmission, yes. Last year for the 4-speed, I believe in 81, they went to a 5-speed.
Gotcha.
This is a manual steering truck. This is just the base model truck.
So you mean this does not have power steering?
There is no power steering. You are going to get Popeye arms by the time you get done driving this.
I got to work out. We're going to do a trail, right?
We hope to, yes.
All right, so we put this thing in neutral. I put one pump on the gas. Ooh. Wait. It wants me to chase it. Okay, ready? There you go. Carbureted.
90 screaming horsepower.
We'll let that guy warm up.
Yep.
Bob, should we run it outside?
Let's take it outside, Ryan.
All right. Oh, that manual steering's not bad.
Says Ryan right now.
Make it idle. Hey,
Yep.
what's our altitude today?
We're at about 5,800 feet here in Cody.
Good. And what's the top we're gonna go to?
We'll be up close to 9,000, 9,500.
Whew. Do you think I'll need a closed clip on the choke? Hold it open?
I doubt it. I think you'll be good.
All right, Bob. So when I pulled it out of the garage, I just kind of slipped it down into low range to see what it felt like. So this feels pretty good. I mean, we're in the high rev ranges and still going 5-6 miles an hour.
Yep, I think it'll be a good crawler for you.
Good.
I think it'll handle the trail that I have picked out.
Yeah, and I see some future, maybe not quite a doubler, but definitely like one of ththose, what is it, 4-7-to-1 transfer case kits and 5-speed and a couple other things. Going to give it some lower gearing. It's going to make this thing fun to drive.
There's some great guys out there like Marlin at Marlin Crawler that does some wonderful things with these trucks.
The shifter is very positive. It went nice. And Bob didn't mention that the gas pedal is missing, so it's a little weird to drive.
Hey, I saved you $1,500.
This is absolutely true, or more.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. First impressions on the highway. So it cleaned up quite a bit, Bob. Like when we first started, it was running kind of funny.
Yep.
And this is no powerhouse. We already knew that. At 60 horsepower to the back, right?
Yep.
Here we go. So that's third, 35, cups in 40, which I think that's probably off a little bit because of the bigger tires, right?
Yes.
Stock.
Yep.
So I feel like we're going almost 50. And oh, here it goes. It's happening.
Dude, I'm scared. I didn't drive it this fast when I bought it.
This is gonna be good, dude. I got 2,500 miles at this speed coming. This is gonna be an awesome trip. So Bob, we're kind of rolling slow through Cody.
Yes.
We got a couple of things we got to knock off our agenda, right? As soon as we get the truck where we feel like it's good enough to run a trail, we're gonna run the Morrison Jeep Trail, and that's on the edge of death defying, right?
Yes, Morrison's one of the harder trails in Wyoming. It's become more popular lately, but it was an old ranch access road and a logging road, and it basically starts at the bottom of the Clarks Fork Canyon and climbs out of the canyon on the sheer rock cliffs.
So once we finish up going to that, we're gonna break a trail to the Sawtooth Lake, and we're gonna do some fishing. We're gonna cut out of there, and we were supposed to part ways, and I was gonna drive due north all the way up into Whitefish, Montana to see another friend. And Bob said, can I tag along? And I said, Bob, you can go anywhere I go, anytime. So Bob's gonna follow me up to Montana. We're gonna see Carrie Steiner, who's also a relic runner, and then we're gonna head over to Idaho, and we're gonna see one more friend. This is gonna be cool because each one of those places we're gonna run a light trail, we're gonna do a little fishing, and really exploring.
Once we got to Bob's shop, we racked the truck and made sure that we did a thorough inspection on the chassis. We dumped all the fluids and filters and made sure that we started with fresh oil for this long trip from trail to asphalt and 2,500 miles. We wanted to make sure that the truck stayed together. Oil is cheap insurance when you're doing a trip like this. Once we got it out of the shop, it was time to set up that soft topper. He's going pretty fast and the instructions are pretty flawless, so all you have to do is pay attention and get that thing in place. Check it out. On a modern installation, the bed would have had clamps that held on the inside that you wouldn't be able to see. But since the Hilux bed has the clamps on the outside, we just decided to drill these and bolt them on permanently. If you notice, it started to rain mid-install, so we decided to pull back into the shop for the last little details.
So Bob tells me there's a trick to tighten this up. Bob, I've heard you got a trick to tighten this up. What's that hammer for?
Oh, this is Bashimoto.
Why don't you
We're
show
going to
me?
use this to adjust this tailgate. Zoom in close, you can see this little clip here. Over time, these get worked in, loosens it up. So we're just going to give it a little whap and then give it a shot and see.
One more.
Okay.
All right. Little
Still
more?
needs a little bit more.
A little more adjustment. Oh, that's nice.
Smooth like X-Lax.
You didn't really think we weren't going to put Milestars on there, did you? So when we were building this truck, we had talked about all the different outfits we were going to do, right? We knew we were going to put Milestar tires on it. And then I'm a big fan of the stock steel wheel with the hubcap. And so I called the guys over at Cruiser Outfitters, and Kurt was like, hey, we still have the OEM hubcaps for the FJ40, which was also the 1979 mini truck hubcap. You want some of those? And I said, how many you got? He goes, I got 2 of the fronts and 3 of the rears. I said, I'll take them. So these are the actual Toyota part numbered parts. Let's see what these look like. So brand spanking new hubcaps, just exactly how they were in 1979. Let's put some on. All right, so we tried to put these on, and we had to adjust all these teeth right here. So take 2 on trying to put these hubcaps on here. So we'll get it kind of lined up. Ready for this? If you guys are looking, I'm making this just not touch, and that's just what I need to relieve it so this fit the hubcaps. All right, let's try another one. This one's got a big hole in it. That's how you do it. Time warp. So if you haven't seen this trick before, this is basically the Ajax trick is what they call it, but essentially you're like doing a microdermabrasion on your old paint, and that brings the patina right back up to where it's actually shiny. You're taking all the oxidization off, but you're not cutting it with cutting compound. This is probably equivalent to about 1800 to 2000 sandpaper, and it'll be nice. So I'll put a coat of wax on it, and it'll shine right up, but you'll keep all of the dings and scratches, and you won't cut any new marks into it like you would with buffer. This is old school car 101 right here. So we did the abrasive cleaner, and we did just regular old soap. Now we'll put some car wax on here, and look how much the paint comes off. We're soften the paint up enough to you can get a good wax on it. It's starting to look pretty good. Well, these are not the Chevy, huh? When do you think the last time this was waxed? Never. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Those kind of circles. Put a little polish on it. So we thought the Toyota would look better with some graphics, and guys at Ape Wraps really hooked us up. So the last second we called him and said, hey, can you make us some Hilux graphics? And he said, 24 hours. Yeah, so Tommy and Troy really hooked us up. This is pretty cool. What do you think?
They knocked it out of the park, man. It really transforms this truck.
Yeah, I think so too. So I can't wait to see when we get all the other accessories on there, but you guys are gonna have to wait.
There you go.
What do you think?
I think it's awesome, man.
So under the hood here, we've got two relays. One relay turns on the high beams, one turns on the low beams. Now that is run by a switch, your factory switch, but this is your original headlight wires. And what they do is they put a male plug on there. All you have to do is plug into this. Now this wiring loom goes over to the other headlight and plugs into the headlights and creates the completed circuit. So you're no longer running the switch to power up your headlights, you're just turning on the relays. One of the things that we had an issue with and we fixed on the trail was this. We had a fuse block in there and it melted. So we put in a 40 amp relay, and that way if you have a headlight issue, it's gonna warn you by clicking off and clicking back on instead of just clicking off and never coming back on. All right, it's 8 p.m. and we've been going at it since pretty much 5 in the morning. The truck is ready to go mechanically, and then we added cigarette lighters. I don't know if you can see those things, but 1 and 2, and then you're not going to believe this. So if I turn the accessory on,
will be limited.
oh my gosh, this
The thing I've missed the most.
this stock
I was talking
radio
to my
works.
uncle about it the other day.
Look at old
'cause
school.
He's like me.
Yep.
I've missed
Only one station.
movies. I missed eating at.
We officially made it to the Morrison Jeep Trail, but if you'd like to see more, you're gonna have to stay tuned because that's the next installment of Hilux Sight Unseen.